Hello again, everybody. This is Mr. Everything, and I am coming back at you with another Wargaming and Miniature video. In this video, we are going to continue on with our series, What's in the Box? And in today's video, we're going to be looking at the American Airborne 57mm anti-tank platoon. It's a late war. There's supposed to be 4 guns and their crew. It gives a little bit of an assembly instruction on the back, a unit card, and 4 gun teams. It's all plastic, so there's no metal. And let's go ahead and open the box and let's take a look and see what's inside. All right, there's one thing I wanted to remind everybody. This is a Battlefront miniatures which make figures for a game called Flames of War, which is a 15mm game or 1/100 scale. And so if you play other 15mm games, these could work for that as well. So let's get the box out of the way and let's take a look. Well, first thing I notice is I get 4 sprues of anti-tank guns, which is there's basically little model kits that you have to put together. So we'll put those 3 off to the side and we'll take a look at one of these up close. You get your card, which in this package they put it in a Ziploc bag. In previous packages they put them in little plastic sleeves with tape. I like the Ziploc bag. It's a lot better for me. There's only 1 card. It's laminated, so you can write on this with maybe a dry erase pen or something. It tells you the gun's abilities, how far it can shoot, what the save is, special abilities, all that good stuff. So if you could have this at the table, and you wouldn't have to do a lot of quick reference into your books. You could just look right on the card. I think that's a nice touch. Okay, so we'll tuck that off to the side. All right, the next thing is bases and crew members. All right, so they give you 4 bases with 5 holes. Okay, and if you take a look at the back, these guys are going to say M5, which is medium 5, so it's a medium with 5 holes, and .02, so this is pattern 2. That's pattern 3, pattern 2, pattern 9. Okay, so my guess is, like all the other bases, they would have 12 different options, and that would be randomized. So you're not always going to get exactly the same pattern of holes. One good thing I love about these bases are they're pre-drilled with or for your figures. And your figures come on these little bases that are round, that fit right down inside these holes so that it becomes flush, and there's very little need to do any kind of puttying. Flames of War, or I should say Battlefront bases and figures have really won me over because of that. Now they do provide some plugs in case you want to fill in a hole. They give you 4 of them, so if there is a 4-person crew per gun, you're going to need to plug one of these holes on each of these bases. And so they give you 4 plugs. Okay. All right, now looking at these crew, I'm checking the 2 sprues. They look to be the same sprue, so they give you 2 of the same sprue. So we'll look at those up close as well. Okay, so we'll take a look at this up close. We'll take a look at this up close. This doesn't look like they're plastic. This feels and looks a lot like they're resin. Yeah, these are their resin models. So let's go ahead and take a close look at the crew first. All right, so we should be able to take a close look at these crew. Standing, everyone else is kneeling. So you're going to get two guys standing. Now he's got binoculars in his hands and he is waving. We got a loader there. Remember, each of these lines could easily be one crew, but I would have to go through and try to figure out exactly if that's the case or not. This guy looks like he's the gunner. He's going to be firing. And this guy looks like he's an assistant. He's just waiting. Got that entrenching tool. These guys are paratroopers. They got the camouflage on their helmets. Cross straps on their back. He's got his hand high, so he's probably the other gun's officer, a leader, what have you, NCO, a loader, a gunner, and a waiter. No, I don't know. He's like an assistant. Okay. Look good. This guy needs to do a little bit of trimming on his underarms. Little bit of flash, not a whole lot, not too terrible. This gray resin is hard to pick up on the camera, so I got to kind of give it a little bit of shade so you can see all the details. All right, now we're going to take a close look at the anti-tank gun sprue. Looks like whoa, there's 3 guns per sprue. There's different designs. I'm going to have to take a look and see what each one of those are. 6, okay. This says 6-pounder. 6-pounder, which the 6-pounder and the 57mm are pretty much the same gun, but I bet you that's why they give you these 3. One of them is probably supposed to be the 57, and in this case it's the straight barrel. There is one here with a muzzle brake, and there's also a shorter barrel here, so I'm not exactly sure which one. I'm gonna have to do some research on that to figure out which one it is. But you got your gun shield that's attached to the trunnion, and then you've got the gun shield that's attached to the gun, so it'll pivot with the gun. Looks like a couple of ammo boxes, the wheels. It looks like this is going to be a very simple model kit because this is all one piece, so that's good. I plan to glue the guns down. I don't plan to put them in the hole so that they can pivot. I'm not going to do that. I like that gun, but that's probably, that's probably not the right one. It's probably this one right here. It's probably the middle one. All right. Well, there's not a whole lot you get in that box. Let's back that up. Let's zoom it back. Okay, well, there's not a whole lot that you get in this box. You just get the 4 guns, the 4 crew per gun, and the 4 bases. So you can make your anti-tank platoon. All right, well, thanks for coming out and checking that out. And as I get more of these boxes in, we'll do more what's in the boxes. All right, I'll catch you in the next one.